All right, so this is part 2 of the lesson on possessive adjective. And as I was saying at the end of my first section, is that there are exceptions, and notably if the words start with a vowel, that works with several other word in French. So if a vowel, you do not what to call smash with an apostrophe. Instead, you use the masculine form to create a liaison. So, of course, it's easier maybe to have example. Like for example, here we say my friend, but because the word friend is female, this should be ma amie. You cannot say that in French because it sounds bad and it's hard to say. So in French, we have different ways. Sometimes you can get rid of that, put an apostrophe, but that also doesn't work in French for possessive adjectives. So what we do in that case is what is done right here. We turn the adjective that should be female becomes male because the word right here starts with a vowel. Same right here, we're not going to say sa affiche, we're going to say son affiche. And because of the consonant here in the vowel, now we've created a liaison which sounds better in French. All right, so now we are going to do, of course, some example to see how this works in reality. So right here, it says on that first sentence, j'ai, I have, and portable would be like a cell phone. Now, because cell phone is male, so you might not know this, I'm going to tell you this, then you know that the possessive adjective that will say my will have to be male. So this, in this case, it would be mon portable. The second sentence says il a, and then the word of the object that is on is voiture, which is female. So in this case, we have to say he has his car, but because car is female, the possessive adjective has to be female. In that case, read right, il a sa voiture. Elle a, she has, blank, ordinateur. Ordinateur is male. So in that case, we agree the possessive adjective with the gender or the object on. So it's going to be son ordinateur. S-O-N. Vous avez, so that's a proper form of you, un blank chat. Chat is a cat. Cat in this example is male and singular. Vous avez votre chat. You have your cat. Tu as, and the word is vélo. A vélo is a bicycle. In French, vélo is male, bicycle is female. So anyway, tu as, and we have to agree vélo with the gender of the word that is being owned. So it's tu as ton vélo. Ton vélo. Il il aime. And il aime, he loves, or he likes. And voiture, or car. A car, or female. And they are also plural, female and plural. In this case, I don't know if you remember when we're doing the one with his or her. At this point, it did not matter if the gender was male or female, because if it's plural, it's going to be the same. So for this one, it's going to be S-E-S. C'est voiture. Nous avons, we have, and stylo. Now, again with we have, so our, there was only two possibilities, the singular or the plural. So in this case, because stylo is plural, then we're going to have, nous avons nos stylos. Elle parle, they speak to, and their parents. Their parents is plural, so it doesn't matter if it's male or female, because in the case of their, only numbers is the matter. Leurs parents. So to recap, with all that we've seen so far, I'm going to try to do like a little chart, and then for part 3 we'll practice a little more. So I have already typed something, so I'm just going to bring it up here. Right here. Let's see. Okay, here it is. So this is all the different possibility of a subject pronoun in French that we've seen. And this is, in English, what subject pronoun exists for the English language. And then here, we've seen what is the possibility of a possessive adjective, but this time in French. And as you see in English, for my, we have mon, we have ma, or we have mes. Right there. Tu, which is your in English. In French, it's going to be ton, ta, tes. Il or elle, which is his or her, son, sa, ses. Nous, which is our in English. In French, there's going to be only two possibilities because it's not based on gender this time, it's just only based on number. Notre, when it's singular, notre, when it's singular, and nos, when it's plural. Vous, which is your, same thing. It's going to be only a matter of singular or plural. So votre, which is singular, and vos, which is plural. Il and elle, which is their, same thing again. The only thing that's going to matter is going to be if it's singular or plural. So singular, leur, singular, leur, plural, leur with an S. So anyway, here also I forgot to say this, but a lot of time in activity they might write the noun you're working with, and they might have usually an article in front of it, and it's kind of giving you all the possibility of article that could be in front of a word, and for this word, then this is the equivalent in possessive adjective that you might want to use. So le, elle apostrophe un, la, une, les, des. Anyway, so that kind of wraps it up for the lesson on possessive adjective. Part 3 is going to be practice. So if you'd like to learn more and see actual actual hands-on activity on this topic, join me for the third and last part of possessive adjective. À bientôt.